also, when in view of the current strife and even the 2008 protests, because these are all local people, these are all indigenous, this is an indigenous struggle, you feel that there's no need to keep the PSA or the DAA active in these areas. They can be booked if they are caught stone pelting. They can be
They can
booked
be
for
booked under ordinary laws.
ordinary laws and
Under,
criminal
there are
offenses.
so many ordinary laws, there are so many offences available to them, but not in a public. It's a harsh act. It is a harsh act when you detain somebody. You are detaining his. See, this law is a draconian law. You have to keep a person in detention for long 2 years without any regular trial. Because once you detain somebody, once a detaining authority detains somebody under Public Safety Act, he has to be taken to Kutwa, he has to be taken to Rajouri, he has to be taken to Court Bulwal without any regular trial.
What about
Because there is no provision in this that he will be produced before the court. Because
What-
it is a draconian law. Why it is a draconian law? At random you detain somebody under PSA for 2 years. So that PSA has been misused.
What about torture in prisons? I mean, there's. I'm sure you've been fighting these cases for a long time. Are there very gross violations where torture is concerned of detained
See,
people?
in jails I don't find any. Nobody has complained to me till date. Jail, but they, in the first instance when they got arrested, then we got a complaints of torture. Recently I pleaded the case of 4 innocent people they were minors from this Nawata police station.
What is the torture? Are these torture cases going down? Were they greater during the militancy till 2000, or
I think it is going greater now.
It's growing greater.
It's greater going because first there is a demand of money. At their will and whim they can arrest somebody and they can. Everybody is not a stone belter. Believe me as a gentleman. Sometimes they arrest innocent person and keep them and allegedly involved him for stone belting. I don't give this the name of stone pelting. See, this is one kind of anger, one kind of they show their involvement with the movement, the struggle. Why this is not a stone pelting? See, if I fight with the pen, if I fight with my with
That
my
is the
literacy.
other thing I was coming to, because there is a general perception that when I've been talking to people, they're like, were they innocent or were they stone pelters? I think there is a need to understand perhaps also that stone pelting can also be innocent, because stone pelting per se is not an offense. Only if there is if property has been damaged, if there has been battery or assault or attempt to battery or assault, or there has been any grievous harm, bodily harm that has been caused due to stone pelting.
Yes.
Only then can it be brought under the purview of the criminal justice system. But even a stone pelter per se may not be
an offense. It is not an offense unless somebody is hurt.
Unless someone is hurt.
Somebody is hurt. Somebody is injured. The building has been burnt. They can book them. But what they are doing, they arrest people at random and book them in all whatever is available offenses to them. They are booking them in that.
I was recently told that a couple of boys, I don't know if you've heard about this, have been arrested under PSA for using Facebook.
Yes.
For posting dissent messages.
Yes.
Are you aware of that case?
Yes. But I have not received yet anyone. Okay. But I have heard about that they are also detaining the people who are using this Facebook. And see.
Does the PSA apply to them? Can
No.
the PSA be extended to apply to them?
See. Any act is available. Any act is available to the government and they can slap anything. I told you that PSA, once it has been cautioned. So why the detaining authority detain him again? So I said this PSA is misused right from the day first when it has been incorporated in 1978.
Tell me something. You said the torture cases are going up. You hear more of torture now than you heard about it during the militancy. Why do you think that is happening?
They want to curb it. See.
So you're saying the torture has gone up in these last 4 months? There have been more torture cases?
No, torture cases were there from 90.
Okay.
Then that was a struggle, different struggle. It was an armed struggle. Now it's a peaceful struggle. To curb this peaceful struggle, to curb this ongoing struggle, just to they are torturing these youths. They are damaging.
Physical and mental torture?
Physical and mental, and they are also harassing their parents. Undertaking from them that send your son outside. If we find him again in the locality, we can again book him under Public Safety Act. So this is,
Papa 1, Papa 2 have been shut down. Are there new torture centers that have come up,
yes,
or are there lesser torture centers now?
see,
Interrogation
now
centers.
today is not a militancy, so much militancy. I think I dealt with the case of militancy since 90. Today is these cases. First there is a this separatist has been booked under Public Safety Act. After separatist, now these are stone pelting cases.
So now you're saying most of the people who are being arrested are either political prisoners or they are protesters.
Protesters, yes.
Either peaceful protesters or stone pelters.
Yes.
But that's
Then now
the
they are
majority of
detaining
the
them under
cases.
Public Safety Act.
Right. But
Yes.
what about the torture centers? Have the torture there are more
But
interrogation
they are,
centers
see, now they are torturing in the local police stations. They are torturing in the cargo. There is now one in Srinagar. There are so many camps. This other camps also.
But those are
But
temporary camps.
but famous is here. Famous is here. This air cargo, where these boys were shifted to.
This is near Humhuma.
This is not here. This is in Shergadi.
Okay.
This is Shergadi. Humama is also there, but Shergadi is in Srinagar. It's a very famous this notorious interrogation center,
Okay.
where they got so many boys killed due to interrogation.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And most of the stone pelters who've been arrested, they've been tortured in the prisons themselves. They are not
Yes.
being taken to interrogation centers.
They are taken into interrogation centers. They are taking them into interrogation centers, but mostly what we receiving a reports from the boys who have been brought before the court. They always said that we have been tortured in the police stations. I was dealing just a case of one boy. He was told that if he do it in the future, not only we will detain you under Public Safety Act, or we will send you to Tihar jail. You know what impact his family will get when they heard the name of Tihar jail. Though they cannot send a Public Safety Act to detain you to, but what this innocent a family of that innocent will get when their son will be taken to Tihar jail. Who will go there and see their ward in the jail? So they pressurize people. So out of this pressurize, they cannot get anything. They cannot get anything out of that pressure. If a good police officer is there, if a good police official is there, who by his good deeds can change this whole scenario of a person. A good police officer, honest administration, who can change the whole scenario. When we have a dishonest government, when we have a dishonest ministers, when we have a dishonest police officers, how can you change? How can you change a perception of anybody? You cannot.
You were telling me that you have also fought cases of militants who have come in. You were giving me an instance of
Afghan nationals.
Afghan nationals. You were also giving me an instance of someone arrested in Bombay who went on to commit a very heinous terrorist act later. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah.
You were narrating it to me actually as a cautionary tale, which is
Yes,
why
yes.
I would like to
See,
hear it.
there is a one boy who came from Bangladesh, to go for this, the shrine of this we have here at Ajmer. Ajmer, you have ever visited?
Ajmer Sharif?
Ajmer Sharif. This person was also, his name is Hidayatullah. Khurshid Alam is Uttar Munor, Bangladesh. I think he met me also at Hiranagar jail. So he told me that I came here with in a valid passport. That number is A02703889. So I lost that passport somewhere in Bangla Sahib at Nizamdin. I was about to visit shrine of Garib Nawaz, Ajmer Sharif. So when I approached this embassy, that I lost my this.
And he was not in Kashmir.
He was in Delhi.
He was in
Then he was brought to Kupwara, and he was arrested for 14 Foreigners Act.
So he was in Delhi. He had come to visit Ajmer, and once
Then
he was
he
arrested,
then he
once
came.
he was arrested, he was brought to Kupwara.
No. He was not arrested in Delhi. Then he came to Kashmir. When they said that police, you got an FIR copy, you got all formalities completed, he came to Kashmir. Where from he was arrested in Kufara.
Why was he in Kashmir? Just for.
Just for traveling.
Okay.
Just he was no intention that I am a man of Lashkar, I have crossed the border illegally. Some Kashmiri met him in this Devan. He told him to come to Kashmir, I will show you the Kashmir. When he was about to attend some marriage ceremony in Kufara, he was arrested under 14 Foreigners Act.
Even though he had lodged an FIR saying I've
Yes,
lost my passport.
and he filed a complaint before the embassy in Bangladesh that I lost my passport number is this.
And how long has he been in jail?
Now he is from January 2010. Years. He was arrested in Bombay and brought in Kashmir. Here he was allegedly involved with that you are providing shelter to the Lashkar people.
In Bombay.
Both in Bombay as well as in Kashmir. That you have link with some Kashmiri and all this. He tried to prove that I am an innocent, that some fruit merchants came to my residence in Bombay. They stayed with me. I was never knowing about their activity. He tried to prove his innocence, but it was very difficult in Bombay. He was brought here. I got him bailed out in the case. He was arrested by the Bombay police. Then he pleaded their innocence for about 5 years. I am innocent. Then he was honorably acquitted by the Honorable Court of Bombay. The rest of the Kashmiris were convicted for 7 years, but this Maulana Yaya, his name was Maulana Yaya, he was honorably acquitted for 5 years. But during his time, his family suffered. Now
That is another thing that I wanted to come to. In Kashmir, is legal aid available to people? There are so many young people who've been arrested over the years.
No. Here we are doing ourselves. We are volunteered ourselves. We volunteered ourselves to give them a legal aid. We don't get any legal aid from the government. We never accept government. We never accept this our government. We never accepted this government.
Offer any legal aid at all?
We never go for that. We never know. From last 20 years, I never know whether they offered any legal aid to anybody. Maybe for this 488 matters where the maintenance for wives they are claiming. For that they are providing legal aid, not for this militancy related cases or stone pelting cases. Because a bar association is providing a free legal aid to them. A team of lawyers have been provided a free legal aid to these stone pelters.
Is it disturbing to you that the stone pelters or these young kids who are protesting all over Kashmir are being legally given the same treatment as militants who are in the 90s? Is that something that is bothering you? Or do you think that there is a greater degree of legal sympathy for them?
See, I will tell you one thing. There are different kinds of struggles. Different kinds of we fighting this Kashmir struggle. In 90s there was an armed struggle. At that time, number of people were killed in custody.
No, my
there
point,
are reports.
The difference I'm trying to bring out here is that when there was militancy, people were killed on both sides. The militants were also killing people. They killed a lot of state figureheads. They killed a lot of other people. But in this struggle, not one single CRPF person or person belonging to the state has been, or an innocent person has been killed by the stone pelters, and that is a marked difference. So is that there a sense that there should be proportional, that kind of proportional?
But I don't think. See, torture is there, harassment is there. In 90s they know how to deal a militant, and today they know how to deal with these stone pelters.
Do you get a sense that the stone pelters, they're dealing with the stone pelters in the same way that they were dealing with militants, or are they being...
See, sometimes they killed militants in custody, but they have not killed, though they inflicted third-degree torture to these youngsters, but there is no report. Only there is 1 or 2 incidents where they killed brutally some, your lordship, innocents of these stone pelters. But
have they killed any stone
pelters? Yes.
Oh, the ones who have been shot.
Not shot.
In custody? Have
custody, yes. There is a one, I think, we filed a case against that security force, this police of Saura, that they have killed one because of his brutally he was tortured.
How old was the boy?
He was only 17 or 18 years of age.
And he was a stone pelter?
No, he was protester. He was not a stone pelter, he was a protester.
And this is in Srinagar?
Srinagar, yes, in Saura. Recently it has happened.
Okay,
it was a lost casualty. He died in custody. He died because there is a report from, yes, he was, due to torture, he was killed, he was died.
So you're saying there are about 2 or 3 cases like this?
Only that. In 90s, the situation was different. Under that cover, they killed also innocent. Like I have given the innocence of my area. Under that cover, under that militancy, because of threat, because of just showing threat to the people of Kashmir, people of the locals, that if you support militants, we will also kill you. Like they are killing my 4 neighbors, my 4 colleagues, my 4 even my friends. They killed them unabated because they were not
Tell me
militants.
something, how much is the threat perception today as compared to the 90s of a normal person who thinks that I can just be booked under the PSA for saying anything? Is that a real fear today, or it was more in the 90s?
In 90s there was more. Today it is not so much fear. See,
Do you
today,
still hear of cases of innocent or malintent arrests under PSA?
yeah, see, I will tell you one thing. In 90s situation was different. In today's situation is different. See, you are a media person. You in and off came to the Kashmir. Not only you, so many other, we respect them. At least they sincerely, at least, communicate our message to the rest of the world, what is happening here. Because there are some senior, sincere people like you are working in these channels. After I think, after this struggle, this peaceful struggle began in Kashmir, I think there are accountability. There is some accountability. I think police in some time they feel that they are doing wrong. They are accountable somewhere. So I think in from last 4 months there are apprehensions of detaining a person under public safety act. There are threats, but not as threats as it was in
90s. But what about before the 4 months, before this new agitation started? Has the PSA also been misused for malintent, or has it been also misused?
Yes. In militants, I got in one detainee, I got 7 detentions cost. Recently, he is still in police custody. He was militant in 2008. He was arrested. Allegation is
What
that
I was trying to get at is kind of cases where a police person has a personal animosity, or there is a corruption case, and those people have been booked under PSA and been passed off as militants or protesters.
see. I think I at the day at first outset I said that this act has been misused for personal enmity, for rivalry, or for money, or sometimes they use it properly, but they never implement. After their detention is cautioned, they never implement. They again detain him. Again and again detain him under this draconian law. So they can, like Shabir Shah, he's a political activist. He's an admitted fact that he's a political activist. Wanted to settle the Kashmir politically. He never taken gun with his hand. He never said that gun is that I have taken the gun against mighty India. So he fight the Kashmir cause politically.
You meet a lot of these people who are in jail uh, they are innocent and they've been put under jail forever under these black laws. Some of them are released, after many years, some of them are not released. What is the kind of mental transformation these people go through? Do you see them becoming more hardline in any way? Do you see them becoming more cynical in some way? What is the mental
Majority of the people become hardline because there is a reason. Because we have a law, because we have certain laws governance in this state. When you booked me in some law, what remedy I have? I have to go to the court of law for redressal of my grievance. When court came to my rescue, release me, your authorities are not releasing me. When they are not releasing me, they are asking my parent to go to mainstream political leader to get me out from prison. Maybe some conscious people don't go there. If they will not go them, they will not approach the mainstream political party. They remain in custody for months or years together. They detain them again and again, unless his will is not decreased, will not degraded. He will not bow before the authorities. There are the reasons. There are the instances where the parents go and bow before the authorities. Now release my son. He is now in jail for 5-6 years. The authorities says they go to that MLA, minister, and all these mainstream people to get an undertaking from them that in future your son will not participate in any kind of militancy or stone pelting or any subversive activities. Then that poor lady or poor father assure the authorities that my son, I will send him to
And when
outside.
they come out, what kind of mental state are they in?
Yes, a young boy, see a minor who is in jail, 14 years of age, he has been kept in with the criminals. So can he come with a, he came with a mental, he has a mental agony. What he saw in the jail, hardcore people, hardcore criminals. It's tremendous mental torture, tremendous. People are facing tremendous, see our president, what offense he has committed. Mr. Koyum, what our general secretary has committed.
Why have
He
they
highlights the atrocities of human rights violations, atrocities on international level. Suppose Mr. Koyum and Mr. Shaheen visited Anantnag, where 3 boys were killed. Innocent 3 boys were killed by SHO and his associates. So he gave next time to a press conference why these 3 persons were not arrested and booked under 302. They have killed 3 innocent people. So he highlighted these things. For highlighting these things, he has been booked under PSC.
This is in the last 2 months. Both of them were arrested
Yes.
within the last 2 months.
What they are doing? They are highlighting the miseries of the people of Kashmir. What more they are doing? What a lawyer can do? Suppose you came to me. I am telling
And
you
what
truth.
are the kind of allegations that have been put on?
All these allegations that you are highlighting the human rights violation, you are calling the media persons in the court, you are degrading the sovereignty and integrity of India, you are saying that judicial inquiry may be conducted, you are saying that this is the puppet government, like this is the allegation. For that you cannot book a person under Public Safety Act. That is why I on the very outset told you that this act has been misused.